What's up, my Fina loves? This is Fina D coming to you all from Vina Team News.
Hello again. So I've been getting all kinds of messages, DMs, comments, emails, saying all kinds of stuff. And I want you guys to know, I know I made some mistakes. I for sure did. And the way it kind of played out on TV, it was way worse than it even was. But I know that I messed up in a lot of ways. And then that I'm not perfect. I think I'm a good person. I think if, you ask somebody who knew me, they'd say, Shake's a good guy, maybe not the greatest at relationships. And yeah, maybe there's a reason that I've been single so far. So let's try and keep it constructive. I wanna be better. If you have a suggestion for how to make me better, let me know. Maybe keep all the hate to yourself for now. I don't know. I'm a human.
Shake wrote in his caption, "Okay guys, enough is enough. I'm done pretending I'm too cool to care about anything, and I know I've got some work to do." Okay, whenever someone start a video like that on social media and they were just on a reality show, you already know it did not work in their favor, okay? So we're going to get into what led to that video right there because I'm reviewing this couple relationship. I watched Love is Blind season 1, so I decided to watch season 2. Why not? But I waited for the entire season to be posted so I could just watch it from beginning to end. It was 10 episodes. I'm not going to sit here and review every single episode. What I'm going to do is review by couples, okay? So the first couple I want to talk about, and basically I'm going to explain their journey from beginning to end per my review, okay? So understand that 10 episodes, an hour long almost, and I'm trying to fit everything in a few minutes. So I'm not going to touch every single detail. I'm just going to touch on the parts that touch me, that spoke to me, and things like that. For those of you who have seen season 2, you already know what happened. So the first couple I want to talk about is Shake and Deepti, okay? Shake is from India, Deepti is from India. But the both of them said that they've only dated white people, okay? She said she only dated tall white men, and he said he's only dated blonde white women, okay? He's never dated a woman from India, and she's never dated a guy from India. He said he felt like he was running away from his tradition and things like that. When he came on the show, he was very condescending, just superficial, and was just making some not so pleasant remarks, just nasty remarks about women weight and the way he knows that, or I'm not paraphrasing, the way he knows that he's going to be with a girl is if, he can lift her up and put her on his shoulder. Just all of the things you won't say, especially for an experiment like Love is Blind. The whole point is getting to know the person emotionally and not caring about what the physical aspect of that person looks like. But in reality, you can fall in love with someone behind the wall and in a pod, and you can see them in person and still decide, based on what I have physically seen, I'm not interested. So either way, it works sometimes and it doesn't. But he was very, condescending and made some very outlandish remarks. But the both of them connected and he was able to open up to her. Now, if you just click on this video because you saw Love is Blind, is your first time here, if you go through the channel, you will see that I post a lot about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? One of the words I use a lot when I post about a certain cast member is projecting, okay? People normally do that when they're insecure about themselves. So they basically project their insecurities and everything they're feeling about themselves on you and other people and become a bully. So that's what Shake was doing. He was overweight. He was a chubby kid, he said. And so now he's in shape. He's been taking care of himself too. So he overcompensates by calling other people, out of their name and constantly talking about weight and things like that. Instead of saying, you know what, I was overweight and now that I'm in shape, I'm going to use the way how that time of my life made me feel and those insecurities, I'm going to turn it into something positive and help other people. He turned it into something negative. So he was able to talk to Deepti and open up to her and basically tell her, you know what, I think this is the reason why I've been doing what I've been doing and saying the things I've been saying. I've been, basically projecting and all of that, his own insecurity. So they connected. He apologized. She wasn't too sure about him at first, just based on everything I just explained. They had a lot of similarities when it comes to their love life and things like that. And so they connected, on a different level. And just the fact that no matter how much they tried to run away from their traditions, they were able to connect on the very thing that they ran away from. Okay. And so, of course, they fell in love and he proposed. Okay. So when she came out of the pod and he saw her for the first time, it was just magical. But I was a little uncomfortable the way how he really grabbed, like he cuffed. I'm aware that he said he talked to her and said, when I see you, I will be grabbing your dot, dot, dot. So she did give him permission to do that. But they were still strangers, even though it's a crazy process to say, okay, you're my fiance, but we're still strangers. But now I'm going to grab you like that. I was just like, whoa, slow down, buddy. Anyways, everything was great. Attraction was there. He called her beautiful. The way that, he greeted her, everything was great. And then everything just changed. She did talk about some insecurities and losing weight and all of that. The entire time he kept saying she's the most perfect woman he's ever met. Everything about her is amazing. It's just that he's not attracted to her on the physical level. Her parents been married for over 30 years. His parents been married for the same time. But both of their parents' marriages were arranged and they're still together. They met and then they talked for a month or a few weeks and then they got married and then they learned to grow in love. So he just thought, this is our tradition anyways. Even though this wasn't arranged, it still feels that way, because if my parents and her parents grew to love each other, then I'm very optimistic that the same thing could happen to us. And she just felt like, okay, everything he's saying to me is amazing, but I want someone to want all of me and not to struggle through this whole, oh, she's perfect, she's everything, and the attraction will grow. So they stayed together through the entire process. They had their moments, they had their ups and downs, but for the most part, she handled everything great. They get to, of course, met the parents, all that good stuff. They get to the wedding day. She, walks down the aisle looking beautiful. He looks great as well. She went first and she basically said that, when they asked her the question, she said, I cannot marry you. And I know people are talking about how this season isn't as good as season 1. I actually enjoyed this season because I'm here for people choosing themselves. I'm here for people saying to themselves, I am more than enough. I deserve to be with someone who wants all of me and appreciate all of me. I'm not about to settle. I'm choosing myself. And absolutely, she could have told him, I'm not going to say yes, and ended things before they got to the altar. And he could have also ended things early. He set up the whole, oh, I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to marry her and hopefully I will grow to be physically attracted to her and all of that. He could have talked to her, hey, I don't think this is going to work. I wish you the best. You deserve someone who loves all of you and is attracted to you in every way. That person is not me. Have a nice life, a great life, all of that. But for the family to get dressed and everyone to come and for all of, what I'm saying, just to go up there and say no. That's one way to look at it. But it also shows the strength of that person to be in the midst of all that pressure. My mom is here. My dad is here. My family is here. I'm dressed, hair, makeup, everything. Then to say no in that moment it also takes strength, because there are some people that, in as much as marriage is very serious, will say yes and go through the whole process because in their mind, I can just go and get a quiet divorce after all of this. It's too embarrassing to stand here and say no after, after going through the entire process. So it also takes strength to stand there and say, no, I choose myself. There are so many different stories out there. One is they do get compensated, they do get paid, but it's not much. The other one is depending on how far you go in the process, the more you are paid. So this is allegedly, okay? But if that's the case, then I completely understand why some people get all the way to the end and through the process if that's the case. But then you have some of them who feel like on their wedding day, when they see that person and things become real, they will be able to know in that moment if this is the right decision. And that's why sometimes they go that far, because they think everything else is just them getting cold feet. But if you get to the actual wedding day and you still feel that way, to them it's like, okay, yeah, this is the right thing to do. When she did that, I was like, yes, girl, yes, queen. You are more than enough. The message was just so clear, so powerful, that through all of the pressure, she chose herself. Never ever settle for less. You are more than enough. And I love that she did that, and she's being celebrated. If there's anything that I missed that was important that I didn't talk about, let me know. And let me go back to what he said on Instagram. He apologized during his time on the show. So this is not one of those, I left the show, I'm seeing a backlash, so now I'm going to give a fake apology. He did acknowledge that's wrongdoing. He did take full accountability. Yes, he was wrong for going behind her back, saying to everybody but her that, he wasn't attracted to her physically. He did say it to her, but it wasn't in a straightforward, I'm not attracted to you in that way, have a nice life. And that's the reason why she kept hanging in there. But going back to his social media posts, please be kind. I know people are saying things like, oh, when you were bullying other people and saying all of those negative things, it was okay. But now that it's happening to you, it's a big deal. He apologized. Be kind. If this grown man went as far as putting a phone and a camera in his face to record this video, that's enough to let you all know that it really got to him. The reunion is on March 4th, so of course I'm going to have more to say. Until that happens, there's not much going on their Instagram pages that you can go to and get a full update. So I'll just wait for the episode in March, and I'll be back with my review of that episode as well. I'm wishing all of you well, and take care. And here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.